Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to fish farming, one of the biggest questions you probably have is, how much should I feed my fish? It's a great question because feeding them too little slows their growth, but feeding them too much wastes money and pollutes your water. Today, I'm going to show you a super simple, step-by-step method to calculate the perfect amount of feed. No complicated math, I promise. By the end of this video, you'll be feeding your fish like a pro. Ready? Let's dive right in. The first and most obvious step is to know how many fish you have. You need an accurate count of all the fish in your pond or tank. For our example today, let's say we have exactly 1,000 fish. Easy enough, right? Step 2 is to find out the average weight of your fish. You don't need to weigh every single one. Just catch a small sample, maybe 5 to 10 fish. Weigh them together and then divide by the number of fish you caught to get the average. Let's imagine we did that, and we found that the average weight of one fish is about 200 grams. Now for step 3. We'll calculate the total weight of all your fish in the pond. This is what we call the total biomass. It sounds fancy, but it's just simple multiplication. You take the average weight of one fish and multiply it by the total number of fish. In our example, that's 200 grams per fish times 1,000 fish, which equals 200,000 grams. To make that number easier to work with, let's convert it to kilo. Okay, on to step 4. Choosing the feeding rate. This is the percentage of the fish's total body weight that ULL provide as feed each day. A good rule of thumb for beginners is based on the fish's size. For small fish or fingerlings, you'll want to feed around 5% of their body weight. For medium-sized fish, like our 200-gram ones, 3% is a great starting point. And for large market-sized fish, you can drop it down to about 2%. Since our fish are medium-sized, we'll use a feeding rate of 3%. We're almost there. Step 5 is the final calculation to figure out your total daily feed. You just multiply the total fish weight by the feeding rate we just chose. For our example, that's 200 kilograms of fish multiplied by 3%. To do this, you can multiply 200 by 0.03, which gives us 6 kilograms. So, you need to feed a total of 6 kilograms of feed per day. See? I told you it was simple. But wait, there's one more crucial step. Step 6 is to split the daily feed. You should never give your fish all their food at once. It's much better for their digestion and for the water quality to split the feed into at least 2 meals. So, we'll take our 6 kilograms of feed and divide it by 2. That means you'll give them 3 kilograms in the morning and another 3 kilograms in the evening. This ensures the fish eat everything and less feed goes to waste. Now, a few very important warnings for all the beginners out there. First, resist the urge to feed more just because your fish look hungry. They will almost always act hungry. Stick to your calculated amount. Overfeeding is the #1 mistake new farmers make. Second, if you see any leftover feed in the tank about 15 to 20 minutes after feeding, you're giving them too much. Make sure to remove any uneaten food to keep the water clean. And finally, pay attention to your water. If it starts to look brown, cloudy, or gets a bad smell, that's a huge red flag that you are overfeeding. Too much waste from uneaten food and excess poop will spoil the water, stress your fish, and can lead to disease. So, let's quickly recap the key message for today, and it's something you should write down. Feed by weight, not by sight. Always remember that the secret to successful fish farming is a combination of clean water and correct feeding. Get those 2 things right, and you'll have healthy, fast-growing fish. I hope this simple guide was helpful for you. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and TVET. Forget to subscribe for more simple tips to make your farm a success. See you in the next one.